Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn, and in this video, we have something very different. Have you ever wondered how a typical British person would do in the IELTS speaking test? I'm not talking about an examiner or even an English teacher, just a regular British person who has no preparation at all, a person who's never even heard of this IELTS test. How do you think they would do? Let's find out. Good morning. My name is Glyn. Would you please tell me your full name?
Hello, my name's Richard Lloyd James.
And what should I call you?
Richard.
Cool. Now, in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Where are you from?
I am from a small town called Caerphilly in Wales, which is in the United Kingdom.
Do you like living in Caerphilly?
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. The community spirit is good. And we've got some good schools around for the kids, Welsh-speaking schools, which I think is very important to keep the language alive.
And is there anything you don't like about Caerphilly?
Yeah, the crime rate has gone through the roof recently due to police not being on the streets and, well, people basically thinking they can get away with, burglaries and, thefts and damage to vehicles. So, yeah, it's a concern.
Do you think you'll continue living in Caerphilly in the future?
Hope not. I have plans to move to Denmark in 5 years' time if everything goes to plan, but we shall see.
All right, let's talk about having breakfast now. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I do like scrambled egg on toast with a lot of butter on my toast as well, and a lot of pepper and salt.
And how often do you skip breakfast?
I skip breakfast, I'd say twice a week because of work commitments, and obviously I got to sort my kids out for breakfast. So, yeah, time
And
it is. I haven't got enough time.
do you prefer having breakfast alone or with other people?
I prefer having breakfast alone.
Why?
I prefer having breakfast alone because there's a nice peace and quiet. I can watch the news and hear what's going on the news. And yeah, I like peace and quiet.
And have you ever had breakfast at a cafe or a restaurant?
I have, yes. I used to do it frequently, but yeah, I don't know why. I just decided to probably do it once a month, something like that.
Let's talk about history now. Did you like learning about history when you were at school?
I did enjoy history. It was probably one of the subjects, that and sports, which I enjoyed.
Why?
I don't know, just because of the different stories and you sometimes you don't know whether it's true or not. There's a lot of myths about, and yeah, I don't know why. I just really enjoyed it.
And what did you learn about in your history classes?
We learned about, I think it was the Suez Canal. You'll have to forgive me because my memory is not the best because it was years and years and years ago. So yeah. And
And which,
the Russians as well. We learned about the Russians, the Tsar, and stuff like that as well.
and which part of your own country's history do you find the most interesting?
Again, I'll go back to myths because apparently Boudicca or Boudica, yeah, she's a myth, and I have been looking into her recently. And also Ivor Bach as well, who apparently scaled some Cardiff Castle, I think it was, with his bare hands. So yeah, and the school, obviously the junior school I was in was Ivor Bach as well. So I got a bit of a connection there. So
And would you like to learn about another country's history in the future?
yes, probably Denmark, seeing as I'm looking to go there in the future.
Okay, thank you. Now, in this next part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to speak about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. But before that, you'll have 1 minute to prepare for your talk, and you may take notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Mhm. I'll now share the topic on my screen. Can you see the topic?
Yes.
Mhm. I'd like you to describe an activity that you've done that made you feel really tired. Your 1 minute of preparation time starts now. Okay, so that's the end of your preparation time. To remind you, you'll have between 1 and 2 minutes to give your talk, and I'll let you know when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
The activity that made me feel tired was playing football. I'm a 45-year-old now. I'm a lover of football. I played football basically all my life. I still do now in the garden with the kids. But yeah, so someone from work asked me to join in, and I hadn't played for about 2 years, something like that. So trying to run round after all the youngsters made me feel really tired. And of course, it was hot as well here, so yeah, I needed plenty of water. And the reason I done it was basically because I always wanted to jump back on a football pitch. I was always afraid I wasn't fit enough, and I soon found out I wasn't fit enough, which made me tired. So yeah, and I would like to do it again sometime as well, if I've got the spare time.
So, what do you usually do if you're doing a physical activity and you're really tired?
Work basically. My work demands me to pick up a lot of heavy products. I'm always on my feet all day as well, and of course I walk to work and back to work, which makes me tired. And of course, then I got to play with the kids, which again makes me tired.
Okay, thank you. All
Okay.
right, so you've been talking about playing football that made you feel really tired. Let's talk about being tired in a more general sense now. Do you agree that people are generally more tired now than people in the past were?
Maybe, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe because of work demands, I think we work um, a lot of hours, and of course, it depends on what job you're doing as well. I mean, stress is a factor which can make you tired as well. Sitting in front of a screen, that can make you tired. So I think, yeah, I think we do work all the hours, and a lot of overtime in this country as well, which is asked of you as well. And you want to make a bit more money for your family, which makes you tired.
And which do you think is worse, feeling physically tired or feeling mentally tired?
Um, I would say mentally tired.
Why?
Yes. I don't know. Because there's already a lot of things going on in your head, and if you've been in front of a computer screen as well, or and you're mentally tired, then like with physical, you can always jump in the bath. You can use products to put in your legs, to put in your arms, wherever you're feeling the pain. But then with mental tiredness, then there's not a lot you can do, in
And
my opinion.
what advice would you give to someone who always feels tired?
I would definitely see a doctor, maybe get some tests, and there may be an underlying problem.
For
So
example,
definitely see a specialist.
what underlying problems could lead to a person being tired all the time?
Maybe diabetes, that could lead to it. Mm.
All right, let's talk about sleeping patterns now. What do you think are some good things to do before going to bed?
Don't eat. Don't drink sugary drinks. Um, don't drink too much. Don't drink alcohol. Don't take drugs.
Some people recommend doing things like meditation before going to bed. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yes, I've actually done some meditating myself. And yeah, it does work. Yeah, it does work. So yeah, give it a try, definitely.
And what kind of problems could a person have if they didn't get enough sleep?
Then you wake up feeling tired. And of course, if work makes you tired, if you were tired before you start work, then you're going to be really, really tired when you come home. So
And what are the problems with being tired all the time?
um, uh, being tired all the time means you can't think straight. You could get a bit narky. You know, you could get a bit angry with people when if you've had more sleep, then you tend to be a bit more chilled out.
Some people say that children's sleeping habits are becoming worse because they're kind of staying up later and they kind of sleeping with their phones and their tablets and stuff. Do you think that's true?
Yes, I do. Yeah, because their brains are not switching off before they go to bed. So, and of course, some of them stay up till 2, 3 in the morning. When the parents are asleep, they turn their computers on or put their phones on, and of course, your mind's racing then before you go to sleep, which is a problem.
What kind of technology do you think we might have in the future that will help us to sleep better?
I'm not too sure. Maybe hypnosis might work through a computer screen or through VR or yeah, just to train your brain. Maybe there'll be an app coming out just to train your brain to go to sleep. I mean, technology's already doing it. You know, with YouTube, you can just lie back and you can list some voices or some noises, and they have got a lot of stuff on YouTube to help you sleep.
Thank you. That is the end of the test. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that practice speaking test. Do let me know in the comments section below what you thought of the candidate's performance. Do you think the candidate has got this band 9 or no? Give your reasons why in the comment section. Hope you found it useful. I will make a follow-up video with a bit of a breakdown. I don't think I'll do a full breakdown. I don't think it's necessary, but there are definitely some comments I want to add to the speaking test. Anyway, more videos coming soon. If you'd like to have your own free practice speaking test with feedback, or if you'd like me to check your IELTS writing tasks, then I collect all of my candidates from two places. I'm on Telegram and I'm on Facebook. Links to both of those groups are given in the description. Candidates are always selected at random. If you'd like to avoid the random process, you can pay for a speaking test or a writing check, and a full price list is available on my website, expertexaminer.com. Again, links given in the description. More videos coming soon, but for now, bye bye.